5 Seconds of Summer fans have been criticizing Billboard for an alleged chart error, and now the Five Sauce drummer Ashton Irwin has joined them with guns a-blazing. The album debuted at number 2 in the US, only 2,000 copies behind The Weeknd's album After Hours. But fans have been speaking out saying that it actually sold more than The Weeknd's album, and now one of the Five Sauce members himself is speaking out on the matter, saying that they missed the #1 spot on a shipping error technicality.
I just want to say I appreciate you contesting and fighting for our #1 record in the US. We're left with the #2 spot this week. And may I add that I think it is absolutely astonishing and incredible that we are even at the top of those charts in the caliber of artists that are there with us. Records were released a week early that we had no control over, which is very disappointing, and quite honestly, my heart broke when I found out about that.
Hey, what's up you guys, my name is Eirinnxmariee. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, hi, welcome to my channel. And if you guys are returning, thank you guys so much for coming back. I know I haven't posted in a long time. I was kind of taking a break from social media, but I decided to come back on here to talk about something that's really been on my mind for the past couple of days, and that is the whole 5 Seconds of Summer versus Billboard situation. You guys may or may not know, 5 Seconds of Summer is my favorite band in the entire world. I love those boys to pieces. They released their new album called Calm, and basically it released a little bit too early, and now Billboard is not counting the sales from the early release. And that's really, really messed up. I decided to talk about it as a radio broadcasting major review, and I decided to talk about it in detail. All the timestamps will be on the screen right here. If you guys want to skip, you guys are more than welcome to get to the most important parts. Let's just get started with the video. The thing that I really want to break down is the basics of journalism. And basically journalism is basically writing, posting, anything with media. Okay, pause. I just want to read the actual definition of journalism, which is the activity or profession of writing for newspapers, magazines, or news websites, or preparing news to be broadcast. I don't know what I was talking about. And also the laws that are dealt with journalism. First thing that I'm covering is the First Amendment, and basically the First Amendment is basically saying how Billboard and other media outlets have the freedom of speech and freedom of press. And basically the freedom of speech is defined by this: Congress shall have made no law respecting an establishment or religion or prohibiting the free exercise of thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people to peacefully assemble to petition the government in a redress of grievances. Everybody has a freedom of speech, everybody has a freedom of press. So Billboard does have the freedom of press and freedom of speech. Number 2 is responsible journalism. And basically that's breaking down into this: publishers shifted formats to keep pace with changing social conditions. And also, the highest and primary obligation of ethical journalism is to serve the public. Now mind you, that says serve the public. Billboard serves the public no matter what. Ethical journalism means taking responsibility for one's work and explaining his decisions to the public. Now, this is what Billboard is not doing. Billboard is not explaining why they're not counting the 10K, they're not counting the weekly sales, and why Five Sauce isn't #1 instead of The Weeknd. Professional journalism. Professional journalism is the access of yellow journalism and the rising tide of commercialism in the newspaper operation, sparked by further evolution of journalistic profession from a free press to social responsibility. And social responsibility is broke down into this: social responsibility models the call on journalists to monitor the ethics of their own news and gathering and reporting. For example, there is this media outlet called Pop Buzz, and basically they've written an article about Ashton and how he kind of spoke out about about the whole situation. And basically, Pop Buzz used a word that I totally forgot what it is. I'll probably link it on the screen down here. They use the word that basically describes Ashton as bashing or kind of disrespecting Billboard when he is completely not. That's something that goes against their ethics and their writing. So definitely keep that in mind while you're watching this video. So now that we broke down the basics like freedom of press, freedom of speech, let's go down to part 2. Part 2 is basically where Billboard and 5 Seconds of Summer come to play. Online and digital publishing is always updated 24/7, 365 days a year. Its digital news is the new wave of journalism. This is basically making print journalism obsolete. Everything is online, everything is digital, everything is on the palm of your hands in the click of a snap. So that's the one thing that Billboard is having the most access to. It's constantly updating over and over and over and over and over again. Another thing that I want to talk about is streaming. Now everybody knows that streaming is really important when it comes to albums. That kind of counts to go onto the charts of streaming and radio sales and everything. We're doing really good with that. I see no problem with the streaming parties. We're basically trying to get to #1. Another thing that we can talk about is social media music. Now how social media comes to play. Well, we're always tweeting. We're tweeting hashtags. We're tweeting out streaming parties. We're tweeting it out on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, if anyone still uses Facebook. I don't even know. That's really not happening because of the whole 10K situation. Now let's talk about the music distribution. Basically, there was a fault in the sales of Calm. That's the main problem. Albums and CDs were released early and they were distributed early, as Ashton basically confirmed in this video right here.
Hello everybody, it's me. I just want to say I appreciate you contesting and fighting for our #1 record in the US. We're left with the #2 spot this week. And may I add that I think it is absolutely astonishing and incredible that we are even at the top of those charts in the caliber of artists that are there with us. Records were released a week early that we had no control over, which is very disappointing, and quite honestly, my heart broke when I found out about that. This week, we're in the #2 position. Other artists have had records released early before, and the charts have been amended. Seems like that's not going to happen for us, but I want you to know that I am extremely proud of this fan base.
And Ashton ended his video by sending love to the fan base. He said, quote, "I love you guys, remain sincere, keep voicing when things are wrong, and I'll try and be as brave as you are."
Now I don't really have a problem with The Weeknd. I like The Weeknd. His music is really dope, and Blinding Lights is a really good song. However, it doesn't really deserve the first spot because 5 Sauce did the most streams. It has the most streams, it has the most album sales, it has the most everything. Ashton was so brave enough to openly talk about this, so I really commend Ashton for doing this and doing that. Like, that's the most bravest thing that he's ever done. So definitely commend him on that. And Michael, I really commend him on that too. However, I would really like to hear a statement from all of the boys, including their PR people and their distribution people, just to say that, hey, we understand that this is going on, this is true, we're working on fixing the problem. And that's what they should probably do in the next coming days. So Calm is currently still in 2nd place as of April 10th, 2020, as this video is posted. I ordered my merch a couple of weeks ago, and I still haven't gotten my stuff yet. Not even the digital version of the album, as I paid for it. A lot of people are having problems with that as well. Hey guys, so this is Editing Me coming in, and I just wanted to say that actually on Twitter somebody got 3 copies of The Weeknd's new album and not the 3 copies of Calm. So I'll insert a clip like right here in her tweet, but this is kind of getting ridiculous and this is getting crazy. So Ticketmaster, Live Nation, what are you doing? What are you doing? Which brings me to my next point, which is what I'm going to be breaking down a little bit too, which is called the radio in the new age and media. So basically, radio is super important, even though it's becoming way more obsolete with streaming and with Apple Music and Spotify and Deezer and Tidal and all the other stuff. Radio is still important. It's very important. Requesting music. The one thing I learned about this whole situation is that requesting music for 5 Sauce is the most important thing that we can do right now. Requesting music, requesting at the radio stations, requesting on the top 40 with Ryan Seacrest, because that's one of the biggest radio shows in America at the moment, I believe. I might be wrong, I don't know. One thing that I give advice for as a as an up-and-coming radio professional, should I say, is to request. That's the one thing that will basically help us be on top 40. Because right now, there's no 5 Sauce music on the top 40, or the top 100, or the top 200 as of April 10th. There's not one 5 Sauce song ever. So we have to request music. We have to build up those streams. We have to build up the momentum. Basically, just request. The next thing that we're going to talk about is public relations in radio. And basically, I am currently a major in radio broadcasting with a side of business, but also my minor is in public relations and business as well. As April 10th, 2020, as we speak right now, Billboard has not released anything. Not one bit. Not one bit of evidence, of a statement, of nothing. Billboard has not said anything. And Billboard France actually is aware of the error, which is absolutely crazy. And a public relations firm basically helps out with their clients to basically eliminate bad PR. And this is basically really, really bad PR for them. This will probably go down as the worst thing that has ever happened to a media company, probably ever. So they best to believe that they need to get on their good PR side ASAP. Public relations student, it's really important for us to help out with our clients to make sure that our clients are satisfied and make sure that the public is satisfied as well. Billboard is not saying anything. Is making the public not happy at all. And this is really having an effect on them, because now people are starting hashtags saying unfollow Billboard or delete Billboard or block or boycott Billboard or anything. So those are like the examples. So basically it's really, really bad PR for them, and it's not really looking good for them at all. Conclusion, my personal opinion about this is 5 Sauce deserves to be on, as a professional, 5 Sauce deserves to be at number 1. It's the matter of streaming on social media, on streaming websites such as Apple, Spotify, and other websites, Tidal and everything. And also radio requests as well. I was talking to somebody in the DMs about trying to see if we can do requests for radio streams, and that's what people have been doing. However, it's gonna take a lot for us to get at number 1 for next week, which is really, really, really hard. But I believe, no doubt, that the 5 Sauce fam and everyone else in the fandom can help us out. So please use the hashtag count the 10K Billboard, and also use the hashtag Billboard Speak Up and the Billboard 200. Those are the official hashtags that we're using, and those are the official hashtags that people have been tweeting about. Also, make sure you guys sign the change.org petition. We're currently at 35,000 signatures. This is a lot of people. And the fact that 35,000 people are saying and speaking up about the whole 5 Sauce situation, and Billboard is still not saying anything, is not good. that shows how really unprofessional they are. And finally, to Billboard, you basically are dismantling your trust as a media source for a music source, and this is going to go down in music history as the worst catastrophic thing that you have ever done. And I really hope that you can change it, and I really hope that you can switch it around. And to Five Sauce, I am so sorry personally to see your hard work go down the waste like that. It's just really, really heartbreaking. And it's really, really sad that you guys worked so hard and worked so day and night, soul crushing, bone shattering, and really worked your asses off for the #1 spot, and it's just not happening. And it really broke my heart when I heard Ashton talk. And you guys do not deserve it, and we will get you guys that #1 that you deserve. So definitely I'll keep you guys definitely in my thoughts, and this will change, and this is going to be a good change. Hopefully Billboard will learn from this, and hopefully this is a big learning lesson for all media outlets. Just don't mess with fandoms at all, because fandoms will work and fandoms will win. See you guys next week. Bye.